You left $28 on the table on the last service call you ran. Not because you undercharged for labor. Not because you forgot to upsell. Because of the part you pulled off your truck. Most HVAC shops charge cost plus 10 on materials. The industry benchmark is cost plus 40. That 30-point gap is silently bleeding your margins on every single invoice. Here is the math. Your tech replaces a capacitor. Cost to you $40. You charge $44. You made $4 on that part. Under the 40% rule, you should have charged $56. You left $12 behind. On one part. On one call. Now run 20 calls a week. Average $100 in materials per call. At cost plus 12, your weekly parts margin is $240. At cost plus 40, it is $800. The gap is $560 per week. Multiply that across 52 weeks. You are leaving $29,000 a year on the table. Not in labor. Not in callbacks. In parts markup alone. This is not about gouging customers. 40% is the industry standard because it covers your actual cost of carrying inventory. You are paying for that part before the customer pays you. You are storing it in a van that costs money to fuel. You are absorbing the risk when it sits on a shelf for 6 months. Cost plus 10 does not cover any of that. So why do most shops undercharge? 3 reasons. 1. Techs price parts from memory or gut feel. They know what they paid and they round up a little. There is no pricing schedule posted anywhere in the business. 2. Owners are afraid of pushback. They think charging 40% above cost sounds like a ripoff. But no one walks into an auto parts store and haggles over a retail markup. You are a retailer. Act like one. 3. Materials are never tracked separately. Parts revenue gets lumped into the invoice total, and no one ever isolates what the actual parts margin was. You cannot fix what you cannot see. Here are 3 moves to fix this today. Move 1. Build a parts markup schedule and post it. This is a simple tiered document. Stock parts, filters, belts, small capacitors cost plus 40. Specialty or emergency stock items pulled outside your normal supply chain, cost plus 60. Bulk materials like refrigerant and sheet metal, cost plus 30. That is it. 3 tiers, posted on a laminated card in every van, built into your dispatch software. The moment a tech quotes a part, they pull the cost and apply the tier. No guessing. No gut feel. Consistent margin on every truck. Move 2. Track material gross margin as its own line item every week. Pull your invoices every Friday. Add up what you collected on materials. Add up what you paid for those same materials. The difference is your material gross margin. It should run between 30 and 40 cents per dollar of parts revenue. If it is running at 10 cents, you have found your leak. This number takes 15 minutes to pull, and it will change how you manage pricing faster than anything else you do this quarter. Move 3. Add a supply and handling fee to every invoice. This is separate from parts markup. It is a flat line item. Call it a supply fee, a materials handling charge, whatever fits your brand, set between $15 and $25. It covers the administrative cost of sourcing, stocking, and transporting the materials for that job. Most customers read right past it. The ones who ask you explain. It covers your supply chain costs so you are not burying that overhead in labor rates. It is honest. It is standard in every other trade. And at 20 calls a week, a $20 fee adds up to $20,000 a year before markup even enters the equation. The compounding effect here is the point. You are not choosing between labor efficiency, lead capture, and parts pricing. All 3 of these move together. But parts markup is the one that most shops ignore completely because it feels small on a per-call basis. $12 here, $15 there. It does not feel like a strategy problem until you zoom out and see the $29,000 it costs you every year to keep pricing parts the way you always have. Set the schedule. Track the margin. Add the fee. Do all 3, and you will see the difference inside 60 days. This is Margin and Wrench. New playbook every day. Hit subscribe.